turn the music down while I explain something. I've turned on because I can't interact at this point. I need to focus on what I'm doing. And I've got the heating block over my belly, this time underneath my belly, right? And I've got the red lamp shining on my liver this time to keep it warm. And I'm putting my pelvic bone or the iliac crest on the hot block, and I'm bursting these blisters that are formed on the surface of my iliac crest. So where my iliac crest is diseased with cancer, my immune system has gone in and it's done some activity which has boiled out of the bone, but it can't fully come out because it's covered in these membranes. So I've got blisters on the surface of my bone that kind of bobble up, and they're the size of, like, they're this big. They're pretty small. And when I get the heat on them and press into them, they burst. And that's a good thing. It's relieving some of the pain and discomfort, and it's also pulverizing the cancer cells because it's putting pressure on them, and they are very weak compared to healthy cells, so they just spill their guts out. They can't reproduce, they're annihilated at that point. They can't divide, they can't produce, they can't precipitate. But it creates a lot of irritation that my immune system has to go and mop up and nourish that. I just nourished it. I had some coleslaw, I had some coleslaw, which is brilliant. And I treat myself after the coleslaw with a little piece of chocolate to keep going. And once I've been through one wave of bursting these granulomas or gumas, whatever they are, on the surface of the bone that's coming out of the bone, I take a break, I walk up to the kitchen, and I see how my mixture, my gruel, is doing for the next phase of laboring out, milking out the cancer debris. So,
Dorina's here.
oh, hi.
Yeah, for a second, but don't get up, okay?
Okay.
Promise, because then I'll leave if you do. Hi.
Hello.
I'm going to
You
put
can
this
sit there, yeah.
closer. No, like, I have to sit closer because then your neck will hurt.
Thank you.
How
I'm so
are you?
grateful.
No,
Coffee,
I'm fine.
tea.
No, I just had tea. How are you?
I'm so
Look
grateful.
what she gave. Maybe give
Oh,
you.
thank you,
I
chocolate.
reached
I
for
went
more
for
and
one
I
or
got
two
get the
pieces.
whole thing.
Thank you so much. So thank you. I'm so grateful.
Oh.
I'm fighting
Fine.
this.
Yeah, we're fighting.
I'm
it.
fighting.
I know.
So I feel the cancer comes. What I'm doing right now with the hot mat is I am bursting the blisters that form on the surface of my bone. And it's kind of painful because I'm like blister popping inside my
like
body.
You would do it, yeah, on your skin, yeah.
And, you know, it makes me sweat, but that's okay.
Yeah, because that's the process.
It's a process, it's a process. I've got the lamp on me, which is warming my liver up and the back of my head here.
It's good for you, yeah, red light.
So I'm just nursing my body through it. And the discomfort is bearable.
Are you hurt? Are you?
Literally, I'm in labor, but instead of it being a few hours or half of a day, this is day after day after day, and it's exhausting. It's like a marathon. I've got the nights under control, and my head hurts, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing because they're gone.
Yeah, it's coming out.
And
through you eliminate a lot of. I mean, even people who have nothing, you eliminate a lot through sweat.
yeah,
Toxins
and the other thing that happens is that the insult on my brain, I'm healing from that now. I keep having seizures, but they're less and less intense. And I had one yesterday, but it was a mild seizure, if you can have a mild seizure. But I literally, every time it happens, my brain does this inside my head. I feel it moving and squeezing. And then the debris comes out of my eyes. There's literally stuff coming out of my eyes. So my brain is pushing bad stuff out. And I'm healing. And I've got this headache where my gyri are spasming. It's crazy.
Is the headache constant, or is it coming and
No,
going?
the headache, the low-level constant pain, is usually in one gyri at a time, because that gyri is growing, so it's going through growing pains, and sometimes it feels like it's splitting, a splitting headache. It's like the sausage skin is getting so tight that it has to split to grow. Another pain that happens is the kind of squeezing pain, like my brain is having spasms, cramps. My brain is having cramps.
Do you feel this mainly in your head, or do you feel this?
It's the cramps in my head that bother me, because I've never felt it on this level of intensity before. But my brain is growing, it's healing. There was something done, but it was very, very old. It was a very old trauma. And now that scar is unblocked and it's come out of my brain. And my brain is growing. I sense it growing. And that's what the headache is. It's like this dull, you know, like when you have sore muscles, when you've been to physical therapy and you feel sore. That's what I'm feeling. My brain feels sore, like an ache. And that's why I have the hot lamp with me. And I'm losing less hair. So my hair, 3 weeks ago, it fell out in handfuls. There was just some hair coming out. And now it's just, it feels like it's normal.
Keith was saying that next week you're going to have some tests.
Yes, I'm gonna have a scan, and then they're going to have to stage it. But I know this all denying access for so long, and now you can't deny access when this is. I'm just completely disabled now.
I know, but how can they limit access? I don't understand that.
They just delay everything.
But I mean, they should offer any kind of recovery.
They should, but they don't. But that's fine, because I'm not relying on the system.
I know you aren't, but whatever you ask, when you ask so little, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people want everything. They want chemo, they want radiation, they want this, they want everything.
Yeah.
But you're asking for so little. They should offer.
Yeah.
And try to help you, you know.
I'm okay.
I don't know if you would you, I don't know how to say, would you ask them to help you to do major, like chemo and stuff? No.
I know what I want. When they actually open up the doors for treatment, I know what treatment I want.
What do you want?
Venom therapy. Venom therapy.
Yeah.
And I want sound ablation therapy. Apparently they can do targeted ultrasound.
And they have these available?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or I will just find what's available, because venom therapy, it's cheap.
You just have to find a place.
You just have to find, and
I'm sure you have done research.
Oh yeah, no, I want the venom therapy because back in early February, I stepped on a bee, and I stepped on a bee and all the tumors hurt. Within an hour, all the tumors in my body were in pain. And I thought, oh my God, my immune system needs more of this, but I'm not.
Alternative medicine that caused traditional doctors to cringe.
Yeah.
But now it's not fully mainstream, meaning not every doctor would make it its first choice, but it's not at all denigrated anymore. It's respected now, although it's still kind of off to the
They
side.
realize that there is some, you know,
Yeah,
in it, and
absolutely.
they want people who believe in it. I mean, treatment has so much to do with what you
I
believe.
mean, it's beyond that. There
Yeah.
is data that shows that it is beneficial.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm really happy because I know what I'm doing. I feel like I've been here before many times. I have been here many times before because the cancer lived in my body so long. I knew how to shut it down and make it dormant. But every time I made it dormant, it reactivated immediately and crept where I like a tide that left a stain, and it was still moving in my body unnoticed. And this happened over the last 2 years where it was spreading and I couldn't stop it from spreading because I couldn't get to the source.
Yeah.
And the source was here, but I couldn't start on this until the old hip came out, until all of the
Yeah.
disease came out.
How are you doing with the hip? Good?
It's fine, I don't notice it. I can move, you know. I have no pain in
How
my.
long is it since you had the...
It's 9 weeks now.
Wow.
Look at the scar. Look.
Oh, I know that. Well, the scar is gonna heal, but the
But
flexibility.
there's nothing there really. There's
and
nothing.
It's not bumpy or anything.
Yeah.
Mobility you have is unreal.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Some
how.
people's scar doesn't look that good after 6 months.
I know,
Let
but look,
alone.
but this is amazing.
Now, if she wasn't ill with these other issues, she'd be
She'd be totally recovered. Yeah, this has nothing to do. You'd be perfect and you wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I lie here, and I look at the nature, and I just love it.
Yeah,
I love
the
it.
sky and the sun when
And
the
the
sun
birds.
comes out because it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what they said on the weather too, that it's going to be overcast.
So this
it's
is
true.
my nest, and I'm doing a labor of love. I'm just laboring through it every day.
Oh.
I've been here when I went through my children, and I thought about their birth stories, and I have such a funny story to tell you. Do you know when I was first pregnant? In England, when you are pregnant, the government gives you this book on how to prepare
I heard that. Yeah.
for childbirth
Yeah.
and go to yoga classes. And the father of the child didn't come with me, so I was on my own. And there were other women there with their partners. And he didn't want to come because he didn't, you know, not for me kind of thing. But I was on my own and I missed everyone's having support. Anyway, the relationship didn't end well, and that it was deserved. But my daughter was coming, and I went into labor because I was repairing the ceiling. I was plastering and about to give birth.
Just about to give birth.
And I was plastering the ceiling because the father of my kids had gone up into the loft to look for something and fallen through the ceiling on top of the bed. So I had to fix it because he went to work, and I needed my nest.
To be perfect.
I
Yeah,
needed
knew it's
and
coming.
I had no choice. I couldn't wait for anyone to come and fix it. So I the ceiling, and I'm plastering
And
the ceiling,
the labor started.
and my labor started. My labor was unusually long. It was 36 hours,
Oh my God.
and it wouldn't happen. So they put like a crochet hook in me to puncture the bag because my waters
the
weren't
water
breaking.
wasn't breaking.
So they punctured it
Yeah.
to make it
Yeah,
come.
the water. Yeah, because then it releases
And
fetus.
And so I was very uncomfortable. The baby wasn't coming out, and finally they said, you can get in the birthing pool now. So I got in the birthing pool, and she said, you can push now. And I pushed, and it felt like the poo from Satan, right? And I'm grabbing hold of the bars on the side of the thing. And bearing in mind, I've been through the pregnancy on my own. I was unsafe now. I didn't feel safe around him. I didn't want him there. And it was like he was there for what? What reason are you here? What reason are you here? Because you didn't help me through yoga classes. Everyone else has got a partner and I don't have a partner. I didn't want him there. And he took my hand off the bar and he said, hold me, hold me. So I held his hand. It just snapped off the bar onto his hand. And I pushed. And there was a bang. And he started screaming, my thumb, oh, my thumb. I dislocated his thumb.
Oh.
I broke it out of the socket. I gripped so hard. I dislocated his thumb. At the same time, the midwife behind me is screaming, slow down, slow down, slow down, you'll tear. She didn't know what she was seeing because when she gave me the baby was still inside the bag. And she gave me my baby, and I'm trying to stick her on, but she's in a bag, and she's going.
Oh my!
She's trying to
God.
breathe.
I have never heard any.
And I didn't know what to do, because I thought,
You were
she's
in water.
I was in water.
In water.
In water, yeah. And then it was like, oh my God, she's inside a bag, and she was cutting with the scissors, cutting, trying to rip it off, and then she immediately capped the thing, and then they took her and they held her and they did something, and they were all these noises to try and suck it out.
They suck out
and
stuff from there.
And then they gave her to me, and she latched on immediately, and then pooped all over me. Meanwhile, he was screaming and crying out his thumb that I just dislocated. And he turned around and started laughing and said, ha ha, she shit all over you. I don't remember when I climbed out of the birthing pool. I remember being very, very weak. I remember being so weak that they had to give me injections to get the placenta out because it wasn't coming now. I was just a boggy belly. Nothing was working anymore, and I looked solid white because I had zero energy left, no energy. So that was the first childbirth I went through. And 36 hours of labor.
You know how long I had my son? 10 minutes.
Amazing.
I arrived to the hospital and my water broke. I walked into the birth room and my water broke, just like that, like somebody hit
it's bad, isn't it?
And I was scared because I never had it. So the nurse looked at me and she said, don't worry, and come fast. So I went over and got me ready, and 10 minutes later he was there.
Yeah.
And we drove to the hospital in maximum pain because I was dilating. My husband said, do you want me to stop? I said, no.
That was like my
Close the
second
windows,
birth.
Shut windows so that I can scream. It was 2 in the morning. I said, just shut and drive as fast as you can. So when we got to the hospital, there were some students that were working at the ER, and my husband was very strong then, and he would lift me up like this, like.
Yeah, like
said, no.
like a cradle.
I could have it
because
delivered.
Otherwise it will poop it out.
Yeah, it could have delivered. So I went, they told me to change, and they looked, and the nurses said, take her upstairs immediately to the birthing section, and 10 minutes later it was there.
Yeah, that was my second time around, because the second time around my body knew my body knew how to. So it was very, very quick. And I remember in both cases my water didn't break. First of all, they had to break it. Secondly, when I was pushing her out, the water jet out of me like a huge jet.
Yeah, I know. I remember that feeling.
It was like, where is this coming from? This isn't human possible. Like a whole bath water.
Yeah. Well, that's how where they grow. They grow. So you had a nasty. I mean, it's a nice story, and sad that you didn't get to have them because you. Do you stay in touch with them?
No, they.
You don't even know where they are.
No, they don't.
Who raised them?
Huh?
Who raised them?
The grandmother.
On his
Yeah, on his, because
Yeah.
he didn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, you know, it just, going through that labor for 36 hours made me realize I can do this.
There's more pain, harder pain
This-
than this. Yeah.
This is okay.
Yeah,
My body can do this.
Yeah. Well, and
I have
you're in control. I mean, nothing can happen. You're just
Yeah.
thing, but you're safe. You can fall. You're not out. You
Exactly.
Know, yeah.
I'm safe. I'm lying
you have
here.
the phone in case something happens. You can call. Keith is most of the home. So.
And Keith has been really helpful.
Oh,
He's been
I
learning
bet.
a lot, and I'm really proud to have his support,
Yeah, you're someone. Yeah.
because he knows that the meds I'm doing are really working,
Mm-hmm.
because I use them on my bunnies as well, and I heal my bunnies.
So you know,
So,
you have an experience. how they-
I know how these herbs work, and but I've been studying the herbs long enough that everything is coming together in my time of need.
Mhm. When you need to eat, can you get up and do you have the energy to stand up for a
I
while?
can, yeah. So I can get
If
up.
you're-
Like, I try to get up once an hour and prepare something in the kitchen for later.
Then
I
you
may
do
not
that.
finish it, but I come back another 5 minutes, another 5 minutes. Can you turn off my gruel? Actually, can you put the tapioca in and give it a stir and add the coconut milk?
Your home is so cozy and so homey. So
Oh,
nice. I really like you put everything up, your paintings, and it's really nice. It's at least you feel comfortable. It's very cozy
Yeah,
and nice.
I knew.
That's important.
Yes,
That's very important.
I did
In
this.
your case now, the surroundings are more important than medicine.
Yes,
because
it
your
is.
mind needs to be happy.
I need to
You
feel
give
safe.
yourself joy.
And I'm surrounded by
Yeah.
my books, my
Yeah,
studying,
Yeah,
my
Paints,
things,
your paint,
my
yeah.
effort,
it's very important.
and it just makes me feel so grateful that
Yeah.
I can understand all of this. Because if I didn't understand this,
You'd be in a
I
hospital,
would be
yeah.
scared, I would
In a hospital, yeah.
be suffering. But I'm
Yeah.
not really suffering. I'm just transforming.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just a struggle. It's a struggle, but
I
life is a
know,
struggle. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a challenge, accepted.
Yeah, it is.
It's,
I know.
you know, but I can feel so much. Sometimes it's overwhelming and I can't be present here.
Where you do only how much you can, you know,
Yeah.
and that it's such good
Yeah.
day.
So I sometimes it comes in waves.
Mm-hmm. I admire you, and I'm gonna come and see you next weekend. I'll call before and see. if I
Okay.
can come. I'm gonna go because it's 5 to. I
Thank
mean, it's
you.
very close to time.
That is so that I can do handstands. I put my head in it so I can do handstands.
But this is
Because it looks like a toilet.
Not really. I was thinking that something with air or something with massage because I go to physical care.
Yeah.
And they have a hole in the, to put
Yeah.
your face down.
I want to do it, but I'm not
Don't do
strong
it.
at the moment.
Don't do exaggerate.
I-
I mean, do what you feel, but don't overdo it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm anxious to hear what the test will do.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it was nice speaking with you. I have
Thank
to go.
you.
I will stay more because it's so interesting and so inspiring what you're talking about. And your strength is I have to learn from it because I'm not so strong. But I have a lot of pain through my life and a lot of things happen. And always I have a lot of faith, very faithful, and I'm a very strong mother. And I don't want to ruin that legacy. She never gave up.
Yeah.
She lived until 97. I don't know if I'm going to live. I want that, but it's just her character always proved, no matter how hard it was after war, and she had a lot of difficulties. The Russians came and took everything away from them, and then we were born, and they had nothing. And being the richest family in the village, they took everything away from them. Nothing. So And she always, with smile, she always made it.
I would love to hear this story soon.
Yeah.
I would love to hear the
I'll tell
story.
you the
The
story
reason why I would love to hear this story is because my mother's story was very similar.
Yeah.
She escaped something very bad,
Yeah.
and I'm sure that I can understand
Yeah.
and interpret.
Yeah. That was history, you know. It wasn't
Yeah.
a choice. It wasn't something that they decided to do.
Yeah.
That was the war.
But even though you didn't go through it, it is in your genes.
It's in my genes, and I think about all the stories that they both told me, and that, and all the.
And
things.
it
And
changes.
we suffered too, because you know we were born in. I was born in '52. The effect of World War II didn't go away yet. My sister was 46, so
Of course not.
there were a lot of difficulties that my parents had. There was
I was
heat, there was
born
a war,
here in America
and
in '55,
and you still
and World War II
had the effect
has
here.
a huge
Imagine over there.
context
Yeah.
in my history, in my upbringing.
Imagine what we went.
My grandparents
Yeah,
weren't in concentration camps, but they
almost.
they had to
Yeah,
run away from
yeah.
Russia.
Well, my mom too. That's how she got married to my father. They were German. My mom was 100% German, and the Russians invaded part of the country. And my dad was an officer in the Romanian army. He was forced to go to the army. He was a student in the second year of medical school. Up to second year, they put them through an officer school training, 6
Right.
months, and they sent them to. Would have been in third year, he would have escaped. So his base was where mom was from. So he really liked my mom. My mom was like 19 or 20, not very much younger than that, maybe 20, maybe 45, and she was born in 23, so she was 20 with 2. And he liked her, and my grandfather was a very educated man, and he said, I'm not against it, but he's going to lose the war. You don't know if he's coming back. And then you'll be a widow at this age, and he didn't want to. So the Russians started looking for the girls to take them to Siberia, and my grandfather found out. He had 3 daughters. So he found out, and they hid them, but the Russians sent a message to him that if the girls don't show up, they will take him. And he was 66, and he had 6 kidney surgery. He had stones, and in that time they didn't break the stone, they opened it up. So my grandmother, they found out that the Russians would not take the girls if they get married, or if they are married to Romanian officers. So my grandpa said to my mom, if you're married, my father's name was Victor, if you want to get married right away because you're okay.
Yeah.
So that's how my parents got married.
Oh, wow.
But my mom was scared that they would still take her,
Yeah.
but they took all the girls from the region and they never returned. They put them in big, what they call them, trains like truck the cattle, I don't know what they call them. And they took them to Siberia and they never came back. So mom was scared. So she went on the front with my dad until the end of the war.
Wow.
Yeah, she registered like a nurse. And she was sleeping with them in cart, what they call it, train, when they transport the soldiers went with. I see Dr. Zhivago, if you've ever seen it, is a
Many times.
very
It's my favorite
good
film.
story of how the Russians treated people, how they treated them.
Yeah.
So then we were born after they came back from war. The Russians took everything away. My grandfather had a lot of wineries and land. They took everything away from them. From day one, they took the house away. They moved us. We have a huge house, which we have now. We lived in, and we rented a house somewhere. I don't remember that part.
You tracked it down on Google Maps?
What? This?
The old house?
No.
Do you know how to?
No.
If you have a memory, I can show you how.
Okay.
Because I discovered my grandmother's house.
Oh, well, we still have the house. Now we got it after it normalized. The situation normalized, and then my father did so many, not favors, but he went to every place he could, and they finally gave us back the house. So we
Wow.
grew up. I grew up there. I don't remember anything, When he was popping,
So it's still in the family. You
yeah,
still have
we
it?
still have it. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
so she-
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I have to go because my husband picks me up and I have to take the trash out and lock the office.
But thank you.
I'll come back
for
next
coming.
weekend,
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
I'll tell you the whole story.
Yes, please.
I'll try to remember to bring some pictures of my parents.
That would be amazing. Thank you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Ugh.
Some soup. You want this off, yeah?
How long has it had?
Well, I put the tapioca and the coconut in and left it for another 4 minutes.
It needs in total 10 minutes.
Okay.
And so another 5 minutes and it will be okay, it will be ready.
Should it be on a light boil or what?
Just a light simmer. It just needs to be hot for the tapioca to swell up.
Okay.
35 minutes. And damn. So, I'm nearly ready to get up and put together the rest of this gruel. And we'll just check it, you know, hope it's come out all right. So